Hello everyone, this is Galero here to give you the warmest Christmas wishes and a Happy New Year. So this is just going to be a very loose video. I didn't even script this whole thing, so I'm just going to loosely talk about stuff. So it's been 3 months since the latest development report video, but I considered that it's important to give you some kind of update on the development. So I'm just going to go through the list of changelogs that we've got here prepared since that development report video. And it's been about 2 months since the announcement of the grand vote results and our final direction of the project. I'm just going to go through the stuff that we've managed to accomplish in this short amount of time, just to give you some goodies, besides just me wishing you all the best this year. Let's talk about legal stuff. Obviously we have the vote and how this developed. We've decided to go for both things, Redemption and Chronicles things. So the primary direction is to complete Just Prague for Vampire the Masquerade Redemption remake project, and when we are done with that, we're going to have the leftovers from that, and we will just reuse it for Chronicles. As far as organizational matters are concerned, we decided to cooperate with other Creation Kit developers. We are gathering people, we are organizing on GitLab, and we are now starting to do this like a real Bethesda modding project, like in other major projects for like Fallout London or Skyblivion and Skywind. We are recruiting, obviously, Creation Kit developers and other supporting roles still, because we need to kick the production off. I can't just do this myself alone in Creation Kit while everybody else is producing assets. This is probably not going to work out with this kind of tempo. Another big thing about the other projects like Skywind and Skyblivion is that we actually joined a cooperation with Arcane University, and these are people from Skywind, Skyblivion, Beyond Skyrim. We have their support and approval. We have been starting this cooperation. I am being a teacher in Arcane University, as well as several of our team members are also volunteering for teacher roles as part of this cooperation. In return, we obviously can get people who are trained and specialized in Creation Kit development. Another thing is that we are getting influencers and YouTubers to give them playtesters copies for video reviews and other video materials that they may be able to produce related to the project. We are starting to increase our marketing of the project and spreading it to certain individuals that may be that may simply promote our project in other social media. As far as UIs and menus are concerned, we began working on graphics and UI systems, and we had dedicated members to sort of cut up the entire Skyrim UI, and we are prepared to produce new graphics for both vanilla UI and Sky UI variant of that. So we are preparing both of these at the same time, and hopefully next year or in 2026, on the release of Reawakened, we will have the UIs redone and to a more better standard of graphics. As far as music and soundtrack is concerned, we keep getting new musicians. Obviously, I think we've been joined by at least 2 new musicians that are of substantial quality enough for the project. Besides that, we have a lot of people who are proposing their own tracks or tracks that they are proposing channels that can be useful to us. So we are not short on good music. Especially when it comes to modern nights. However, the medieval times, the Dark Ages, which is pretty much right now the priority, is still a bit low on the supply. So we're trying to scrounge up as best as we can our own custom soundtrack instead of trying to rely on online materials. When it comes to modeling and texturing, we got concept artists working with 3D modeling team to create new custom looks and characters. I've recently been able to crack open how to create custom models and textures for Skyrim characters. So obviously this will result in custom characters with custom faces. This definitely means that we are going to have pretty much every character unique in looks, and obviously every Nosferatu is probably going to be as ugly as you can get, and the Jamitsi are going to be as mutated as you can get. So a lot of possibilities have now opened with this, and I'm scrounging up 3D modelers and texturers to cooperate in order to create these custom looks to these characters. Another very important thing is the new Old World of Darkness looking graphics are being made. So this means that we are basically we got modelers and texturers working on more classic items. We are getting people to try to develop graphics that are more akin to old redemption style, if that's understandable to you. Basically we mean we basically mean tapestries, we basically mean the murals or stuff that we see in the original game that we just wanted to adapt for this new project. When it comes to mechanics and disciplines, we've finished the coterie swap mechanics, so now we have the ability to swap between Christoph and Serena and Wilhelm and Eric, and we can control other characters in combat. It is of course limited to a large degree. However, it's the best we can do in the current situation when it comes to Skyrim. This is obviously not even designed. Skyrim wasn't even designed to have that. But so far, this is looking pretty good when it comes to combat, and it's pretty stable when it comes to how it works. When it comes, the next thing is we've managed to pretty much completely how should I say revamp weapons, and went through all the medieval melee weapons and try to get the lethal and bashing and aggravated weapon damage to these weapons and the stat limiters to these weapons. So now we have lethal and aggravated weapon damage is being implemented into them. We have now ways to provide separate lethal and separate aggravated damage. We have ways to prevent that with fortitude, and speaking of which, we have implemented fortitude and potence, and we are now trying to balance these abilities out so that we don't cheese them too hard. There's a lot of potential for cheesing. Recently, for example, I've been able to develop feral claws to an upsending to a proper level of damage, and feral claws plus max strength plus potence, that's a pretty deadly combo. That is pretty OP, and there's a lot of balancing act that has to be enacted as we are going through these mechanics, just so that we don't cheese them too hard. Another thing is that we've managed to do strength and dexterity for all those weapons. So now they are obviously they obviously have requirements. Another thing is that we also added to that perception. We now have pretty much a classic Bloodlines 1 perception with higher levels of perception, suddenly unlocking certain items, miscellaneous things, goodies, extra money, valuables around the maps. Certain secrets are now available available to access thanks to higher levels of perception. In addition, the perception will now be a stat requirement for ranged weapons. For example, bows will require perception, a higher level of perception. Bows will require strength and perception due to the fact that obviously realistically you need a lot of strength to pull the string, but at the same time you need to have good eye for aiming this thing properly. There will be other requirements for crossbows, for javelins, for throwables when it comes to that. So there's a lot of wiggle room when it comes to these weapons. What else do we have? When it comes to mechanics and disciplines, yes, it's probably likely that by the New Year's Eve we'll have aura perception and auspex already done. So we'll have the ability to buff our perception, and we will have the ability to have a scanner discipline to check what's what, to find out certain things and information, intel about the surrounding NPCs and creatures around us. So there's that going. When it comes to development of the story, this has been began. It's been very sluggish. I am producing the intro for the. I'm producing the intro for the game. The beginning titles are there. The main game title is there, and it looks really epic. It's probably too early to show you even that. We are preparing a map for the intro battle, where we are going to learn the basics of movement. AWSD to move around, just use your mouse to look around, and the introductory battle where Christoph gets shot in the knee, I mean the stomach. He gets this battle is going to be playable in this version of the game, and we wanted to use this as a tutorial for the basics. And then I'm going to try to do the convent introductory cutscenes and stuff like that. So we're beginning to work on the actual storyline in the game. What else do we have? Items. So yes, we've been able to pretty much finish the tier lists for melee weapons. The only other thing that we could do is probably replace the lower quality models and textures for weapons to something higher in terms of graphics. We got more armors being available as far as 12th century standards are concerned, more custom stuff. When it comes to that, we also have other modelers producing special items like the Sword of Cain, for example. So it's not that we have support on that matter, and we have other materials. What else do we have? Well, Vienna North is being developed. Some more architecture is being built. Not much as far as that is concerned. Our primary focus is Prague at this point, so most of other cities has just been halted, and I'm trying to focus myself on working on Prague and Prague alone. Bruges University is being developed more. We have pretty much all of it done. We pretty much miss only 2 extra rooms that need to be fleshed out, and that's pretty much it when it comes to that location. And that's pretty much all the list there. Yeah, that's all the things that we've managed to accomplish in 2 months. And right now, pretty much we need to focus on producing the introductory of the intro of the story and start pumping out the dungeons and locations for the mod. So far, when it comes to that, we have at least one full complete level of silver mines. The second one is built but not furnished. Then there is the Cappadocian Monastery. We have 2 full and furnished and NPC'd and completed levels of the Cappadocian Monastery, with the other 2 still needing to be produced and finished off. When it comes to Joseph's Tunnels and Arden's Chantry, this is pretty much not completed. All we got is entrance to Joseph's Tunnels, and we have now a cutscene for introduction of Joseph's V that will also leak into a dialogue between us and Joseph's V. So there's that. That's pretty much it when it comes to what I just wanted to say. So yeah, everyone, I wish you the warmest, happiest Christmas with your families, with everyone, and just have a happy new year, and just have a good holiday, holidays, and have a good time. So see you next time. Bye.